Somebody just said, look, I drew Mona Lisa in chat, so I think we need to go give it a review. Yeah. You can add shades on her front head, and maybe in her hair, and under her neck, under her face on the neck. Yeah. There was a very strange trend on YouTube about 10 years ago. Everyone was obsessed, and I think people are going to look back at this as the first big art movement of the 21st century. People were obsessed with hyper-realistic paintings of Santa Claus or an apple done in MS Paint. But here's the thing, it's 2024 and no one cares about MS Paint anymore. They added layers to it like a few years ago that totally defeats the purpose of it. But we need a new way to bring classical art to the kids. We need a new way to inspire the youth of America or even the whole world with the fundamentals of art. And I've heard one thing. Life is Roblox. There's some drawing and painting games on Roblox, I've heard. Let's check them out. Maybe we can inspire the youth with some fundamentals of art. This is called Speed Paint, and we got 3-minute, 5-minute, and pro mode. I want to get in pro mode. I feel like they should just kind of upgrade me, but I guess we got to get 2,500 stars. So let's just run a few competitive games. I'm in the middle of a round. Princess, holy shit. Okay, I'm drawing with my mouse here. I'm not even gonna pull out the tablet. I feel like I need to, how do I draw? Okay, here we go. Let's turn the brush size down all the way. We got princess. We got like, I don't know how to draw a horse, I just realized. Uh-oh. That's the tail. Maybe we can, maybe the tail can chill a little bit more. And on top of our horse, we're gonna have a saddle here. And that's where our knight in shining armor is gonna be. I have 1 minute to draw a knight. There's like a big knuckle for the horse, and then that comes down like this, and then there's another hoof. Oh no. Okay, there's our horse. It's like there's like a big clump of muscle here. I've honestly never drawn a horse in my life. Okay, and then we're gonna have our knight. Oh no. Our knight here. I might need to set my expectations a little bit better for 2. Here's one of his legs. 2 minutes. And we got our sword. I'm focusing so hard right now. And he's holding out his hand to you. Come here, my beautiful queen. I will save you. I was not expecting it thrown into a game like this. Let me save you, beautiful queen. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Oh god. Hopefully nobody's better at like horse drawing than me. What is... You know what? That's pretty good. That's pretty good. They got the nose. Look at this outwards curve, and I forgot to vote. Shit, that was a 5-star. I'm getting cooked. These guys are way better than me. Whoa. What's this? Who did this? Is that like some sort of knight on a horse? You know, offering his hand to a beautiful queen? Oh, and the winner. Wait, there's only 3? What's up? First win. I just got in this. 6 stars, baby. We only need 2,400, 9,004 more. I'm not playing this game for like 20 hours. All right, let me lock in here. Computer. I just realized that I've already made a grave mistake. I've already sacrificed this game. I'm drawing a CRT. These kids don't know what a CRT is. I can't compromise my artistic values. This is a terrible looking computer. Why did I just give a computer antennas? How old am I? That's a microwave. The back of his neck is gonna come down. This is his head. We gotta, you know, give him kind of like a computer-esque body, you know, sorry. Make sure we get the brachioradialis in here, connect up to the thumb side. It's our pronator muscles. So there's extensor groups. triceps going on here. Oh, I got 5 minutes for this. What am I doing? I'm drawing way too fast. Maybe we just need to like kind of give the computer another try. That's 6 fingers. People are gonna accuse me of being AI generated now. He's a lefty? I threw so hard on this. My bad. I need light coming out of here. Light, light, light. Okay. I feel like, to be honest, kind of saved it. Oh, dude, that one's good. That one's good. I might have sweated way too hard. I might be trying way too hard here. That's good. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not even gonna lie. See, this is... Come on, man. That's a Game Boy. What even is that? That's boba. What is going on here? How do you even get these textures? This is brilliant. This is bold. This is brash. This is like modern. It's kind of beautiful. Hey, okay, never mind. We're back. We're back to I think I might be trying way too hard. I think that's an insane possibility. There's a small possibility. That one's pretty good, actually. I think I might have tried. I don't think I'm playing to my target audience here. Oh my god, I got my ass kicked by like a bunch of 9-year-olds. I think I might be trying way too hard. This is really bad. We need to be beautiful here. We need to be elegant. Let's put down some thin washes of light. Thin washes of light first. Okay, now we have a beautiful imprimatura to work on. That's our starting wash. And let's now build up the foil wrapping of our cupcake, which is going to be aluminum foil gray, mid-tone value. All right. I want this nicely positioned on the table here. We got 5 whole minutes to do this. That's not a very good cylinder, to be honest. If I had a color picker tool, it would be over for you jabronis. These 9-year-olds would be getting their ass kicked if I had a color picker tool. And on that tinfoil, there's going to be a general section of lights. There's like little wrinkles that come down it, so there's gonna be dark in those wrinkles. Maybe just like overall less light over here or something. And there's gonna be some darks too. I can like reduce my brush size, get into some of these crevices. So here's our light coming in, going across all those wrinkles and going across the rim. I need like pure white. Now, our moist cake. A little bit lighter than that. There we go. Here's our beautiful cake. Got to build it up. And we have to get some sprinkles on there, some frosting. I think. Make our brush bigger. Let's do it just like we would for actually frosting it. Going around and around. And then we're coming up and up and up. And we can put a candle. Oh my god, that's the game-winning move. We'll put a candle in it. So this is drawing smart, you know? I'm adapting. Candles are wax, so they're kind of like desaturated. Maybe not that desaturated. This is a winner. If I'm not winning, I'm quitting this game forever. So our midtones. Okay, every group of things has its own set of values. So we got our darks, our midtones, our lights for our tinfoil wrap. That's pretty good, actually. That's pretty good. I might have already lost. Oh, I might have lost. Why are these? I'm getting owned by a bunch of 9-year-olds. That's really good. They have the tones. That's my tinfoil. He's cheating. Oh. Oh yeah. The composition is terrible. Why didn't I put it down here? I got too zealous with the candle, you know, as a centered frame. Come on. Oh no, are you serious? I got beat by the... I just did it better. I did it better. Frankly, I did it better. I didn't put sprinkles on. I didn't put sprinkles on. I'm out. This game sucks. I hate Roblox. I hate Roblox. Now this is a place of culture. This is draw and donate. I don't really know what the donate part is. I kind of assume it's just donating money into the owner's pocket, since that seems to be all that the games and clothes on this are for. But this is culture. You get to pick your canvas. You get to build something beautiful. Okay, that's kind of sick. That's kind of sick, actually. Not the best halftone, I think, or, you know, kind of shadow mapping right in here. Proportions look decent. You know, there is a bump here for the wrist. I think this is a little bit short, and then the shadow's spilling over a little bit too much. But overall, you know, I think, yeah, that looks good. There's a few considerations to make here. One is we're just flat out limited by the amount of pixels that we can fit on the screen. This is the smallest brush I can use. That's going to be quite hard to make any sort of detail with. So my first thought was like, okay, let's make some sort of old master composition with multiple figures, like a Titian painting or something. But we can't because there's just not enough pixels on the screen. So I need to do some sort of portrait, maybe some sort of like half figure, but that's probably the most I could do is like a quarter portrait, you know, up to the shoulders. If this is my head, it really kind of has to be like this big to have enough pixels, I feel like. Let me think out loud here. So like that's my head. My eyes would be like that big. Yeah, I kind of need a head to be around this size in order to be able to do any sort of rendering. I just got an idea. People don't care about classical paintings anymore. They care about the Minecraft skull paintings. They care about the paintings that they grew up with. Those are the ones they hung up in Minecraft. Let's recreate that Minecraft skull painting in a little bit higher resolution. I know enough about the skull off the top of my head that I don't even think I'm going to need reference for this. And we can just take the colors from the original painting, or at least use them for reference. Okay, now we got a good idea. Let's do this. And it's already a square too, so that's kind of the perfect bit. 1/4 of the way up the screen, just like this, is our grass plane. So everything sits on this grass plane, and then we have kind of a stormy dark night sky in the background. So this is the halfway point left to right here, and then our skull is going to start up a little bit here, and the inside corner should be about the edge of the eye socket. The eye socket, the cheekbone rather, is the widest point of the skull. So that's kind of where the face goes from the front to the side. As soon as we hit that, we're gonna get a shadow. If we have front lighting, we're gonna, as soon as we get to the edge of that cheekbone, we're gonna turn into our side plane. And this will be about where the top of the skull is, because we got to have some room for the fire to come up almost to the top. So I think right here should be the top of the skull. And then we need a little bit of room over here on the right side. So this should be the general proportions of our skull. And we could even just kind of mass it in like this. I'm not switching off of my mouse, by the way. I think using my drawing tablet would be cheating. One thing we just need to check here is our comparative measurement. So we need to make sure our width to height ratio is good. When I look at the drawing, my reference photo for the painting in Minecraft on my left here, I compare the width of it, the total width like this, to the height. The total width comes up to about the brow line. So when I just switch that measurement over here, I'm just using my drawing tablet pen on my computer to check that distance. Okay, this is about where our brow line is going to be, and that makes sense to me. And then we're going to have our face split out into thirds. Normally on a skull, I find that the jaw is a little bit longer, but we're going to have 1/3 of the face for the eye sockets, the cheekbones, the nose, and then the bottom third of the face is for our mouth and our chin, and then that top third of the face is the forehead. And once we get to the top of the forehead, the head actually keeps rising up and hits a peak a little bit behind it. So that makes sense to me. Let's check our reference photo, make sure it splits into thirds. 2, 3, yeah, I think that makes sense. Okay, I've got to just clean up this drawing a little bit. Come in, and then our cheekbones, they kind of sprout out from the bottom of our nose, just like this. That's where our cheekbones are going to be, and that's the widest part of the face, like I said. This is the little keystone glabella shape in the center of our forehead. This is how I start all my portraits too, by finding bony landmarks. So we get this kind of, here I can clean up the drawing a little bit to make it more readable. This little trapezoid shape in between our brow here, that's a really strong landmark. And then we put our sunglasses on. And that's where our eye sockets are. And instead of on the sunglasses, instead of They come down to our brow bones just like this. Instead of the rims of our sunglasses coming back to the top of our ear, they kind of come back to our cheekbones and then go up to like the middle, upper middle part of our ear, just like this. Here, I'm gonna pull the center line of the face out, and about the bottom of the eye sockets, that's where that nose looks like it starts. That carves into the face just like this, and it ends at that bottom of the third line. It forms this little wedge. Oh my God, what was that? Oh, there's confetti. I did something good. They're learning anatomy. This little wedge shape, that's just, you know, when you carve a pumpkin, you put a little square in, and that's what you're doing right there. And then we're gonna come out for our mouth. Off of our center line, we're kind of projecting outwards here because the mouth pushes outwards, our teeth push outward. That's like a ball, a muzzle shape, and then we come down to the jaw. And this jaw is slightly tilted because we're at kind of a 3/4 rotation. I need to clean up my drawing here. Okay, and I could keep drawing this to perfection, and you know, that would be probably the best idea, but I kind of want to make it a little bit more painterly, and it'll be a little bit more efficient. So we have light coming from the front 3/4 side, so this side gets kind of all of this bony white. The front of it would be in light, and the side of it would be in dark. So we're just gonna kind of make that box like Michelangelo would take a piece of stone first, and everything that's on the side plane, that will get our shadow value. Everything on the front plane will get our light value. And we're gonna need to dig a little bit deeper into the eye sockets here. Let's put our sunglasses on just like that. And every time I mix a new value, now I'm gonna just go around and try to find everywhere else that I can use that same value. So I have kind of 3 values right now. I have this dark, I have this medium black. This is by the way, I'm not just talking about Roblox here. I'm talking about everything because life is Roblox. I try to find everywhere that I can use that one or new color or value that I just mixed. It's the exact same thing I do with oil painting. It's the same thing I do in graphite. Every time I find that new spot, I'm gonna ask myself, okay, where else can I put that in? And in all great paintings, your lights should be highly unified. And by that, I mean, your lights and your darks, they can be far apart. You can have high contrast. That oftentimes good contrast is what makes a great painting, but they should be unified. So those groups should be far apart from each other, but any variation within those groups, that's where things need to stay nice and close together. So if I'm gonna make more values in my lights to describe the frontal bone of my forehead here, keep my values nice and organized. I don't want to make a ton of contrast up here because it'll take away from the contrast overall, which is this, you know, light coming from the bottom left or top right, top left, and this is an egg, and the egg gets a shadow on the right side. It gets a mid-tone as it leaves that shadow. These are the things that are most important to think about. I really wish somebody would tell me why I decided to do this with just my mouse. My tablet is just staring at me. It's basically the same thing drawing with my mouse as drawing without it, but it just hurts my hand, and it takes like twice as long. But you know, it's all about doing the most with the least, right guys? It's all about doing the most with the least. We're just the small guy up against the big Roblox world. Sometimes it's good not to just think about your life, because sometimes if you do think about things, you'll realize that you've been sweating for like an hour on a Roblox children's game in order to draw a Minecraft painting realistically, but not too realistically, just in moderately higher resolution than the original. And that's it. Like, that's what you spent your Friday evening doing. Yeah. It's best not to think about those things. We need some fire. So we got the core of our fire right in here. I feel like I'm destroying this right now, but we're not, we're not. Gotta believe, you gotta trust the process. All right, I've looked up some flame reference photos. Kind of the white part on the inside, that takes up like 80–90% of the flame, because that's just like the pure heat. And then the orangey yellow, that's more towards the bottom and right around the contour, the edges. Orange is more towards the bottom, and it bows upwards like this. And then we get the yellow that comes down in here, and then we have the core of the flame through the center. We can use some of our dark red value, maybe right in the base here. All right, cool. Now let's just do that like 10 more times. Now, one of the coolest parts about the original artwork is you can actually see the flame flattens out and actually kind of clips through the inside parts of the skull in areas like this, and it gets affected by the shadow. It's actually really interesting idea. I'm calling it there with the flames. I feel like let's back up. Oh, wait, this person's talking to me? Wait, how do I talk? They're telling me to buy the battle pass. I gotta spend money to get money. I need 10 Robux so I can make money. It's kind of like a pyramid scheme if you think about it. I don't want these people's handouts. I do this for the people. I do this for the love. They don't get it. All they want is Robux. All right, I think we gotta call it done here. When I round this corner from, what is that? When I round this corner, it's gonna pop into view. There it is. There's our Minecraft painting. To be honest, why did I do this with a mouse? That's kind of my biggest complaint. Otherwise, man, I just like getting to draw skulls. It's really fun in order to draw skulls with a limited palette, limited number of pixels on the canvas. It just helps you break things down into big groups and shadows. And I like kind of doing some of the realism and part of the flames and in the moon, and I like having to gradate out these grass textures into something a little bit more, it's not exactly smooth because it's hard edges, but the more tones you add, the smoother it gets. Kind of breaking Isabella's ankles right now while she admires the art. That's just kind of a natural thing. You know, people get drawn to the Minecraft art. If you guys like the video, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button, and I will see you guys hopefully next week.